Hello. 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 Thank you all for responding to your input request. We have requested that you come front of ship while we make our descent into planet X for refueling, so that we may take the time to go through the safety and instructional information. Please bear in mind that this shall be a 3-day layover in said planet. We kindly request that you stay within the habitable zones during your stay. I am your cabin crew for today, the latest in holographic innovation. With that in mind, please keep any questions till the end, as I am pre-programmed to go through the safety instructionals first. So, without further ado, please look in front of you. You should see a pamphlet similar to mine, detailing the basics of the safety instructionals. In your spare time, I'd kindly request that you go through it, so to be familiar with the information. It has everything you need in the event of an emergency. That would be much appreciated. We expect our descent to be completed in 1 day. However, timeframes may vary due to intergalactic traffic. Once you have familiarized yourself with the pamphlet in front of you, please kindly pay as much attention to me as you can, as this information is important. The first step then is to ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened. Seatbelts as shown on screen now. In order to securely fasten, please ensure that you're going in a similar motion. If you require any help or assistance, please do not hesitate to press the cabin crew bell. Once you're sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened, I'll now go ahead and familiarize yourself with the exits in the event of an emergency. So, all eyes on me. The emergency exits are located towards the back of the ship, to the sides as shown, and to the front, near my back, of the ship, with the allocated doors specified. Do not open. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please do not attempt to open the door yourselves, but rather await an assisted cabin crew to help you. Once again, the allocated exits being towards the back, towards the sides, and towards towards the front of the ship, being my back. If you have any further questions related to the emergency exits or as to when they would be required, again, please kindly leave all requests to the end. Thank you very much. Next of all, if we're not required to exit, but again, in the unlikely event of cabin pressure loss, you will see oxygen masks such as these drop from your overhead. Please remain calm and do not be alarmed, but all the while placing this over your nose and your mouth. Breathing properly, all the while tugging on the plastic tubing overhead. Fastening with the elasticated adjusters accordingly. Please bear in mind that you have to tend to your own mask before you attend to anybody else's, even those with children. Once again, you're tugging on the tubing, placing over your nose and your mouth, adjusting with the elasticated waistbands. And breathing normally. This is in the event of cabin pressure loss, so do not be alarmed if this were to occur. This will be required and will be more than sufficient in order to breathe normally. In the event of electricity loss and light loss, then you will see automatically lights on the bottom of the aisle illuminate. Whether or not instructed by the cabin crew, you should accordingly, in an orderly fashion, line up and exit at the nearest exit. Occasionally, lights along the aisle do light up at night time especially, so please do not feel that there is any reason to be alarmed. If that were to occur, it can be very well perfectly normal unless associated with an announcement from myself or any of the cabin crew on board this ship today. Still paying attention there in the back, I hope? Good. Then we shall continue. This next bit is particularly important. Now, prior to getting on your shuttle buses, you're made to wear some protective suits. These are not just for fashionable purposes, however, they are, again, in the unlikely event that we are required to exit this spaceship prior to landing. This is heat-proof, among other things, will protect you from the outside atmosphere, regardless of what point we are in our descent. This protective suit must be accompanied by protective breathable headwear such as this, which you will find underneath your seat. Every seat is allocated with this protective headwear. Please abstain from taking selfies during this time. If you are required to put these on as requested by cabin crew, i.e. myself, then it does mean that you will need to evacuate as soon as possible. In order to wear said fashionable item, simply slide on like such, breathing normally. It will ensure that you'll be able to breathe outside of the spaceship, all the while protective seat keeping you out of harm's way. Once again, in order to fashion said headgear, in order to be able to breathe outside of this spacecraft, please use the headgear accordingly. And again, please attend to your own headgear before helping others, children included. It takes on average 10 seconds to reach under your seat and apply said mask to your face. However, please do not leave the ship without wearing your mask, otherwise outside pressure will end in death. Before exiting the craft in the event of an emergency, and that too only requested by cabin crew, please do not leave the aircraft without your jetpack. Again, jetpacks are found underneath your seat. Every seat is equipped with a personal jetpack. As fashionable as this may look, again, I kindly request that you don't stop to take selfies with yourself fashioning this getup, but rather pursue an orderly line, wearing your backpack and wearing your mask as you exit the spacecraft in the event of an emergency. In order to activate your handheld backpack, once you're wearing it, just press at the back and chill power will ensue. Again, the importance of you having worn this suit so that it does not burn out your clothing. Once you reach the ground, please turn off your backpack so that you can reach the ground. Failure to turn off your backpack will result in you hovering on average 3 feet above the ground of any given planet should we fail to reach planet X. In case of having been thrown off of orbit. However, again, the odds of which are unlikely. In order to wear said backpack, you will see adjustable straps. You are to throw over your back. Wear on both arms accordingly. Please do not leave the spaceship without your backpack, otherwise, unfortunately, you'll be able to be unable to reach your destination, as this has navigation inputted into it. If, again, in the unlikely event that you are unable to locate your backpack underneath your seat, please press the cabin crew help button on your overhead above. Putting this aside now, thank you for paying attention to the in-flight safety instructionals. Now that we have gone through that, we will now touch upon the planet in which we shall be stopping at. Some of you may or may not be familiar with species within said planet. Should you be curious, you may familiarise yourself with said species within your in-flight screens in front of yourself. Please bear in mind that we do strongly advise that you are only to interact with benevolent beings. Any known or intentional interaction with benevolent beings can very well result in the termination of your flight, and you'll be promptly ushered onto a shuttle bus home with indefinite termination of your flight. If you're unsure as to which species are benevolent or benevolent, you can take a look on screens at your leisure as advised. On screen now, I'm showing you the planet in question, Planet X. Again, with reference to the habitable zones, you will know which zones are habitable and which are not, as the habitable zones are illuminated with a neon green. For those that are colourblind, please request assistance from the cabin crew, as this is the planet's chosen method. Please bear in mind we will refuel and take off for our final destination after 3 days at 8 PM Central Time exactly. Anyone left behind will need to arrange their own transportation to the final destination, and we cannot be held responsible for anybody that misses their connecting flight. In the event of interaction with benevolent beings, we also request not to negotiate any form of trade. It is in particular frowned upon to negotiate trades with the in-flight backpacks. Any negotiated trades, again, your flight will be immediately terminated and sent on to the shuttle bus back home. So please do not feel tempted to do so. These backpacks are exclusively for emergencies only. Thank you for your patience listening to the instructional information today. We will shortly be arriving at our destination. Feel free to explore a given planet, making sure to stay within the habitable zones. You'll be familiar with the habitable zones as they will be illuminated with neon lights. In the event that we have a colourblind passenger, please make sure that you're assisted by cabin crew at all times, as excursions are forbidden. Again, at any point, if you wish to refresh your memory on any information provided here today, you can receive that information via the in-flight holograms in front of yourself. I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with ourselves. And just a word of warning, please make sure that you are back in the spacecraft exactly 3 days from now at 8 p.m. local times. Anybody that misses the time frame will have to arrange for their own flight to the final destination. We much appreciate your understanding. Once again, I hope you're enjoying your flight, and thank you for flying with us. Thank you.